Hello, I am the Sposha MMA. What I'm about to present is not going to be um, well received or well liked, but I'm an Ian Gary fan. I like I like what he does. I like how he fights. I like what he does, and I think he is a subject of undeserved criticism. He he dropped an interview last week, and I watched it, hour and a half clip, and I don't think he deserves a lot of the hate he got. There's like a genuinely unreasonable amount of hate was thrown his way, and I don't understand it. It doesn't make too much sense to me. All right, so what did he say that was actually crazy? The main point that people like to point to is that the fact that said that women should, if women are in charge, all of our lives would be easier. And to everyone batting their eyes at that or complaining, why do you have a problem with that? Legitimately, I don't understand why that would be a problem for anyone. I don't think specifically one gender should have control of anything. Honestly, it should be a split partnership. But if it was the other way around, why? What things would change? I don't think much would change. Some things could be better, some things could be worse. Who knows? But I don't know why everyone's getting on him about that. That's not like the most crazy take. He said that his wife believes in him the most, even more than himself sometimes, and that she's his rock and an earth angel to him. Uh, I don't see why people are harping about him and his wife's relationship. Sure, you could see like, hey, there's the age gap thing. If he's comfortable with it and she's comfortable with it, and they obviously are comfortable with it because they have a child together that's 3 now, I don't know why y'all are bashing him for it. It makes no sense. That's another man's family. It's another man's relationship. Why do you care? Why do you care what he's doing? You obviously don't seem to like the guy, so why are you up in his business about his relationship? That makes zero sense to me. Then he also went on talking about his early career, claiming that like he dropped out of college, joined a gym, and started cleaning windows with his uncle. And he went on to say like he loved the job, he loved doing it with his uncle. But then went to later say that it was hard, it was rough, it was not very enjoyable for him at times. It'd be grimy, dirty, messy. It'd be cold, freezing. Yeah, hard work is rough, and you get nasty, you get wet, you get gross. And he said sometimes he didn't like it. That's reasonable. To every, I don't think every blue collar worker here is gonna be like, yeah, I love my job 100% of the time, and nothing's bad about it. Majority of the people go back home, drink a beer, complain about their job. That's normal. I don't know. I don't think that clip was that crazy to say. Why are we all jumping on and calling him a bitch? Part of my language, but that's what people are calling him. Bryce Mitchell called him out for it. Other creators called him out for it. Why are we on him about that? That seems pretty reasonable to me. Also, another point of contention, which is like the huge one, where his brother stepped in and he said his mother did not support his early career. Yeah, it looks like she didn't. Did not show up to any of his previous fights before he made it to the UFC. Wrote him a 4-page letter talking about this is not a career plan. What are you doing? You're wasting your life. And didn't show up for him. Sean Gary, his brother, uh, put in the comments like, "Hey, what are you talking about? I've been supportive. Dad's been supportive. The grandparents were supportive." Which, to be fair, probably could have been mentioned, but didn't never mention the mom in that comment section. I don't know why his brother was so quick to air out family business on the internet for everyone to see. Personally, I think that should be a private DM. I wouldn't air out any of my family business, and my siblings wouldn't do that to me either. And he also said that child abuse is bad, which is agreeable. I mean, a lot of people shouldn't be really hitting their kids that hard, especially at that young age. I mean, a spanking or a swat isn't the craziest thing. I'm not a parent, so I really don't have any word to say. But he condemned that on the podcast. People getting on for that too, because he brought up the whole Neil Magny thing. I don't understand why people are getting at him. I don't think he said anything really that crazy on here. People are just hating to hate. And yeah, people's reaction. They called him a bunch of nasty names, said his wife's a gold digger, doesn't truly care about him, called him weak for mildly complaining about the job. He said he loved his own brother. He's calling him out in the comments. He's called a bad father because he doesn't hit his kid, and that's culturally different for some other people. All of this is just like, where is this coming from? Why are we attacking him? There are a majority of other people who I'm going to get into in a second that we probably should be focusing on instead. Nothing Ian Garry said on this podcast deserved the level of hate and reaction that he's getting right now. It was a normal interview. It really, if you sit down and break down everything he said over the full 1 hour and 30 minutes, he didn't say anything crazy. Anything that's like truly diabolical, like, oh, we must hate this guy. I like Tony has died. Calling him worse than Epstein. That's crazy. And I know it's just satire and jokes and stuff, but like, what? What did he do? I genuinely don't get it. I need some people to really explain to me in full detail what he said on the interview that was so bad to get this level of hate towards him. I need written receipts, written essays, reports, all that. I need to know why. Why is he the problem? Why is Ian Garry the future the problem? People are attacking his relationship, attacking the fact that he combined his last name with his wife, Michelle Garry. That's kind of a modern thing. If you're in love with somebody and you're willing to do that for them, why is that a problem? He said in the People magazine, they quoted him as saying he wanted him to have a relationship with a stepson and he wanted there to be a connection between there. So he took the last name. So there's a connection between his son and his stepson. But no one reads into that far. People just gonna go, oh, he's this and he's that. No, man, he's a good father. The hell's wrong with y'all? What's up? What? This is 2026. Why are we jumping on this? It's crazy. And he got attacked for hiring his wife's ex-husband as his nutritionist, who's a world-class nutritionist. I mean, that seems like a good hire, probably get him off for cheap. Also, just to keep his stepson and his father in close proximity so he doesn't have to travel and they're in the same general location. But people don't think that far ahead. People are just quick to anger. Who are you to attack his family? I'm not one, and no one in the MMA space should be talking about any single MMA person's fighter. None of them are beating on him. None are cheating on him. None are sexually assaulting them. Ian Garry's a legit good dude. He doesn't do anything to harm his family. Why are you getting onto him about it more than people who deserve it? And I'm gonna get to that in a second. We have legit criminals in our midst. Legit people who have assaulted, raped, attacked women that are just in or out of the UFC. Let me break this down. So, in the last 6 months, we got Mark Hunt charged of stalking and intimidation of a woman. He was denied bail. He was stuck in jail for a bit, eventually got released. Where's the drama on that? Didn't see any news headlines about that. We got ex-UFC fighter Claudio Ribeiro. Broke his wife's nose after repeatedly punching her in the face. Just in this year. Didn't see any news headlines about that. Oh, but let's look at Ian Garry. Jairzinho Rosenstrike trapped a woman in her car and bit a chunk out of her arm because of an argument. Was set at bail for $3,500 and is out. Where was the headlines about this, gang? But no, Ian Garry's a bit cringe. Oh yeah, let's get him. Makes no sense. Alex Pereira currently is facing 2 counts of domestic violence and sexual assault allegations from his previous girlfriend and his ex-wife. But nah, he says trauma. Let's forget about it because he has aura. What? But yeah, let's go get Ian Garry instead because he's slightly cringe in some interviews. He takes things a little bit too poetic. He loves his wife. He loves his kid. He's quick to mention them. Yeah, any man proud of his family would be quick to mention his wife and child. I don't understand why you're on about it. Do you want to be some just hardened criminal? Just going out hating his wife? Why would you want that? Don't stir up drama. That's a healthy family. He have a sour relationship with his parents, but that's none of y'all's business. None of your business. That's internal family stuff, and shame on his brother for airing that out to the public. Makes no sense, man. Makes no sense. Also, we still have freaking John Jones out here being crazy. While his fans still call him the GOAT, where's more John Jones allegations? McGregor just headlined a card and is currently battling an assault charge. Still for that assault case back in 2020, 2018. He's still dealing with those charges. But no, he's cool. He's cool, yeah. No one said, well, he just headlined a card. No one brought that up. What are we doing, guys? What has the MMA world come to? Our media space is clapped. It's disgraceful that we're targeting someone who, oh, he's a bit corny, he's a bit cringe. He brings peanut M&Ms around to distract Jack Maddalena on his title fight. Ooh, so scary. I don't understand the hate. He's a fighter who wants to win. What are we doing? He wants to be an active champion. The only bad things you can say about him are about his family, which I don't even get. Oh, he married someone that was a bit older than him. What's the problem? If they're happy and she's happy and there's no problems between them, why are we getting in the middle of it, gang? This is disgraceful. Disgraceful behavior. And I won't stand up for it. I won't be silent. Yeah. At the end of the day, he's a role model to his kid. He's a good father. He's a good husband. He's against any kind of hate on his platform. He condemns racism and child abuse. And I don't see the problem with any of that. Sometimes he's a bit corny. Sometimes he's a bit cringe. He takes things a little bit too far at times. But what's the problem? Really, at the end of the day, those are minor details. We have fighters who are attacking their families, going out, getting DUIs, getting arrested. He's done none of that. But he's the most hated in the freaking division. It's because he beats your favorite fighter? For 4.5 rounds, he beat up Carlos Prates. On 3 weeks' notice. People are like, I don't like him. Out wrestles Bilal Muhammad. Doesn't let him get on the ground. No takedowns. All defended. All in the clinch work against the cage. Outstrikes him for 3 rounds. But he's boring though. He just out wrestled, out techniqued a former champion, and outstriked the most powerful striker in the division. But he's boring. What? Shut down one of the most technical strike in the division in a different division, in MVP. But no, he's corny though. Nah, he's corny. Plenty of good wins. Had one of the best fights of his career, and arguably should have won against Shavkat Rakhmonov. But nah, he's corny though. I don't understand y'all. I don't understand any of the hate towards him, and the hate towards his family. This is just targeted for no reason, and y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm the Smosha MMA, and thank you for watching.